What's up, guys? What's up? What's cracking?
Nothing, just chilling. You gotta go to a party or what?
Yeah. Kick tomorrow. Right? Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Oh, yeah, sounds good, man.
Alright.
You get a lot of beer, man. See you later.
Hey, Steven, are you coming to the house?
Yeah.
I know that. I think I know that. I'll get the glory. We'll win the fight. They'll tell the story of how we took tonight. And I will show you that I'll wear the crown. I thought I told you that you can't keep me down. Turn it up.
Steven died October 27, 2015, at age 17 because he was driving under the influence of alcohol. So please think again before you drive under the influence of alcohol, because you don't only affect yourself but also those around you and the people who love and care for you.
Driving, and why do you feel this way?
I think it's something that's really dangerous, and it causes a lot of lives to be lost each year. And so, it's something that people shouldn't do at any cost. If you've been drinking or whatnot, there's just way too many ways to get home these days. There's Uber, there's a lot of free taxi services, so there's never an excuse to have to drive drunk.
Has this affected you personally?
Um, it has. I've had a cousin who's had two DUIs. And because of that, he actually had to go to jail for a while. He had his license suspended, and it took him a long time to be able to drive again. And people don't think about how much you need that in your life. But as a young dad, and having to go to work and having to go to different responsibilities, I mean, he couldn't drive himself anywhere. So he was having to depend on other people for like the simplest of things. And some things like his work, I mean, it's pretty embarrassing when you're in your 20s or early 30s and you have to ask mom, dad, grandma to give you a ride to work. So it's all those different things that happen, and not to mention he was lucky in not getting hurt or having hurt somebody else, but those things happen all the time.
Teens to take drinking and driving seriously.
I know that there's a lot of temptation out there, so I think it's important that teens take it very seriously. Um, you guys are very young, and sometimes a lot of teens think that they're invulnerable, nothing can happen to them, nothing's going to happen. But it only takes one time for something to happen, and we've had presentations here that have shown that even as close as places here in El Monte, there's accidents and kids have lost their lives, and then you are affecting mom and dad and brother and sister who are never going to have you in their life again. So life's too precious, life's too short. There's other things to do, and there's other ways to find a way home. Don't drink and drive.
Thank you. How do you feel about drinking and driving, and why do you feel that way?
Okay, regarding drinking and driving, I obviously think that any human who actually consumes alcohol should obviously do it in moderation. Therefore, taking into consideration the law that obviously states that if you're driving while intoxicated, that you will put yourself into trouble. And trust me, you don't want to put yourself at a risky, in a risky position. So, bottom line, the morals and the ethics of drinking and driving comes down to the decision making of the individual. But to be safe at all times, just make sure that if you're driving, don't drink, and if you're drinking, then